Politics is like a tug of war. Both sides, they just wanna win. It's not what I'd like to see. I wanna see both sides act as kin. I dream of better days to come, where the leader knows the way.
Hey y'all, Joefer here, the Cranky Old Gay Guy. Today, we're going to talk about politics, everyone's favorite subject, and why it makes me cranky. Here is the main reason politics makes me cranky. Because, at least in this country, the way things work, you have to have a winner and you have to have a loser. Nothing in between. You either take it all or you take nothing. And when I say that, I mean, when it comes to arguments in Congress, Democrats versus Republicans, the whole idea of a bipartisan bill where both sides get together and create something is rare. And when it does happen, like it did on the border bill this year, ultimately one side decides that they're going to just can it because we don't want to solve the problem, because then we have nothing to work with later on as far as running an election, because we have to have something to fall back on and say so-and-so failed so we can solve the issue, even though both sides came together, wrote the bill to solve the issue, and then one side decided that that might look like a win for, let's say, the Democrats, so we as Republicans can't vote for it. There you go. You have to have a winner, you have to have a loser. Why can't you just compromise and say everybody wins? It seems like a really, really easy solution to handle things, and that's the way I would like to see them. Unfortunately, even in the State House here in Oregon, these things, if they happen, it's very rare because one side wins, the other doesn't. Why can't everyone just be treated the same? Why do there have to be conservatives and liberals? Why can't everyone just be citizens and put forth ideas that help everybody? And I know you're going to say, well, this side thinks that they are helping everybody, and then this side thinks they're helping everybody, but they don't align. I get that, but one side, when they say they're helping everybody, they're really only helping the wealthy. They're not helping the everyday Joe or Joefer that's out there among the masses. While the other side oftentimes says they're helping the average Joe, but in reality, most of what they're doing is also helping the rich. Why is that? Because we have money in politics. Money talks. If you are a rich company and you have a bill that's coming through Congress that's going to, let's say, make you take more tests before you can put your product out on the market. So it's going to cost you money. It's going to cost you, I don't know, $1 million, let's say, to do this additional testing to get your things out. But you will spend $2 million, the same company, to send lobbyists to Congress to grease the palms of the people that will be voting on this measure to make sure that this measure doesn't go through, so you don't have to do another $1 million in testing. So you spent $2 million to save $1 million. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me, because yes, in the long run, if you can get it to market now, you're going to make money. You're going to make back the $2 million that you spent. But why not spend the $1 million first and then put it to market? You're still going to make the $1 million back. You're going to make the $2 million back. If it's a good product, it's a good product. So if you don't want to do additional testing, is it because the product is actually faulty and it would not pass those additional tests that are costing $1 million? That's what goes through my mind when I hear things like this, because why else would you not just do it? Why would you spend more to get your way than just spend what you have to, which is less, and do what they're asking you to do so you can get your product to market? I will not understand that. Unfortunately, and this is where I get political, the administration that will be coming in next year, thus far, everything I've heard the leader of that administration saying on TV, and everything that the people he's appointing to his cabinet have been saying on TV, none of it will benefit the little person. When I say the little guy, I mean the person who's not a rich person. If you don't have, and when I say rich, you don't have to be super wealthy. If you have $1 million in assets, someone would consider you rich, even if those assets are tied up in your house or your house and your vacation house or house and cars and stocks. Still, $1 million is a heck of a lot more than the average Joe on the street has. I personally own a house, so I don't think I have $1 million value. I know my house isn't worth that much, but if I added everything up, investments and things, it's nowhere near $1 million. And I've been at this for, actually putting money in almost 35 years, putting money away into things that will benefit you when you retire. Now, there's also talk that big cuts are coming to Social Security. When I say cuts, they're not going to cut your Social Security. They're going to try to privatize it, meaning that the money that you would have received monthly will now have to purchase an insurance plan, which will give you similar coverage to what Medicare gave you. However, Medicare covers, if you don't have the Medicare supplement plan, I think that's what they call it, or a Medicare Advantage plan, which, by the way, is not Medicare. It is just an insurance plan that they're calling Medicare Advantage to fool you to think that it is an actual Medicare plan. So if you have Medicare Advantage, you're kind of screwed because they don't let you get rid of it and go back to just plain Medicare. Because Medicare, it covers everything for you. If you do have a monthly fee, that's true, but it covers everything for you. I don't think it covers prescription, but if you go to a doctor and you have to do this, this, and this, and this, it's going to be paid for. If you go to a doctor and they say you need to do this, 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 and this, and you have a Medicare Advantage plan, it could be rejected. They might only pay partially of it, and then you'll be stuck with the rest. So that, again, is a winner and a loser. Someone has to win, someone has to lose. And by privatizing it, the insurance companies are going to win, and the everyday Joe who is receiving Medicare or is on Medicare, and by the way, I'm not old enough to get it yet. I have 3 years and a little over a month before I get it, before I can apply. And then I have, I think, you have to apply within 6 months or a year, I think, when you turn 65. Otherwise, when you try to get it later, you're penalized and you have to pay more for it. Winners and losers. Again, it's very political. So that's one of the problems that I see happening with the incoming administration, because it's all about winning and losing, and it has been for the last 8 years with this particular person who was in charge before, and it was always about win, 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 win. He can't compromise, he can't lose, he has to be the winner. And that's the way he's been since he wasn't in office, and that's the way he was on the campaign trail. And everything's cheating. People aren't fair. I should be the winner. Well, now that he's won, he says, oh, everything was fair. Oh, everything's fair. There's no problems. Well, it's odd that there are no problems when he wins, but when he loses, then someone must have cheated. Again, politics. And that's where I'm getting political, is that I'm not looking forward to an administration where you have winners and losers. All administrations have that. But this one puts it right out there in front of you and tells you that they're going to screw you over. Thank you for voting for me. And what are you, as the average Joe, supposed to do when you hear that things are going to be taken away from you? And by the way, when I said that Medicare is not being taken away, they're just going to try to privatize it. Medicaid, the money that goes to the states, that will be cut, definitely, which means that the states will have a lot less money to give to the people who are below poverty wage that need assistance. Take another deep breath. Breathe out, breathe out. The whole idea was politics, why are there winners? Why are there losers? Why can't there just be equality? Everyone is the same. If you pass a bill, it has to benefit everyone equally. You can't just benefit the top. Okay? And that includes taxes too. When you pass a law that says, that lowers the upper tax rate down to 15%, and now someone is saying they're going to lower it to 0, while everyday Joe's taxes are still where they were before. Let's say you're going to be taxed, let's see. When you get your check, about 32% of it is gone for federal, state, Social Security, and then plus whatever you're putting in. If you're putting something into a 401k or some kind of a savings plan, that'll be taken out as well. So you're bringing home at most 60% of the money that you make. So right there, you're losing 40%, almost 40% before you even get the money. Yet at the top, when it comes to paying their taxes, and by the way, taxes do include federal, state, city, local, regional. When it comes to the federal tax rate, the ones at the top will be paying 0. Why? Because they put millions of dollars into this campaign to get this person elected who's going to do this for them. Not to mention that a certain supposed brilliant genius who started from nothing and created the electric car, well, actually he inherited quite a bit of money, or was given a lot of money by his father, and maybe not cash, but assets, okay? And he did not create the electric car. He did not create Tesla. He purchased the Tesla car company, and in the sales documents, it states that he can be the one who is said to have created it, but he didn't. He did it in name only. It was created by someone else. He just took it over. Now he's made it very successful. I'll give you that. He's shrewd at business. He's cutthroat. He doesn't give a crap about his people. No overtime. No unions. Oh, unions, you're fired. You bitch about overtime, you're fired. He doesn't care about people. And now he's got himself into a position where he's going to be the Doge czar of the Department of, what was it? Cutting expenses for all. Director of Government Expenses? Something like that, but it's Doge. Named after the Doge coin. That's his little Bitcoin that he put out. That, as far as I know, isn't worth much at all. But now that he's in charge, he is named as someone in the White House. So he is going to reap so much in benefit. He put up $45 million, okay, a month to get this person elected. And now there is some weird law that he can now have capital gains and not be taxed on any of it. Anyone in the White House, anyone in the cabinet, they don't get taxed on capital gains. They can just take that as free income. Yet Joe regular out in the public, if you have capital gains, you have to treat it as capital gains income and you are taxed on it. But if you were in the White House, you don't. Well, who wrote that law? And is that the way it is for the Senate and the House reps too? Do they not get taxed on capital gains? Because that seems pretty unequal. Again, a problem with the politics that we have now. And this is getting too long, so I'm going to end it there. I hope all of you have a wonderful Wednesday evening, and I will see you all tomorrow on Thursday. Goodbye.
Politics is like a tug of war. Both sides, they just wanna win. It's not what I'd like to see. I wanna see both sides act as kin. I dream of better days to come, where the leader knows the way to bring about equality each and every day. Politics, it makes me cranky. Politics, it's quite a ride. Politics influenced by money. Politics, you just can't hide. Politics and corruption, some joke and some chide. Politics is corruption, hand in hand and side by side. Woo! Get that money out of politics for the people cry in vain. Lobbyists, they're mostly evil. Their persuasion is insane. Oh, now won't you help the people? They're outstanding in the rain. I feel sorry for the people. The politicians cause them pain. Money versus equality, it's not a real fair fight. Money buys influence, equality's nowhere in sight. Politics, it makes me cranky. Politics, it's quite a ride. Politics influenced by money. Politics, you just can't hide. Politics and corruption, some joke and some chide. Politics is corruption, hand in hand and side by side.